Alright, today I'm going to show you guys how to do, I always use the term down and dirty, but a quick inspection of your primary clutch on the RZRs. This applies to 800s, 900s, 1000s, any year model. I got two different clutches that should represent more than anything all those clutches. The parts, when I talk to people on the phone, hey, look for this, this, and this, sometimes they don't know what the parts are. So just going to make it easy for you and have a video real quick, hopefully it's quick, for the parts, what to look for when we're trying to troubleshoot something, and also how to clean a clutch without having to take it completely apart like we had on another video with all the tools. This is the only thing you'd need for this is for the cleaning side is a primary puller. Of course, 800, 570 uses one, 900s and 1000s uses a different one. So that tool you'd have to do for the cleaning. For the inspection, you can certainly do it on a vehicle. Okay, I've got a 900 clutch. For all intensive purposes, this will be same as a 1000 because it has a spider nut in it. So let's get down to it. All right. The first thing I do, there is an X on it right here, and it should be one in here, but I always just mark my cover. This one's marked. I mark everything just so I can put it back. Now when you're cleaning it, I have cleaned my marks right off of it. Alright, so this uses a 7/16 for the screws. I've taken out most of them, so mark it. You can do this right on the vehicle too. Hold it down. Of course, when you're on the crank, you just push in. You want to, if you're doing it on the vehicle, you want to take your belt off for this on both vehicles, because otherwise this won't move. The belt will be in between it. Alright, so set that aside. Okay, like I said, set that aside. And so when I ask you to, anytime I say anything about a washer, like a blue or white washer, once you take your cover off, you slide your spring off, and this is XP 900, and it has one blue washer. Now the 13s and 14s had a blue and a white. So anytime I mention white spacer, it's sitting right on top of this. And I'm going to take this blue for inspection purposes to see if the spider nut is packed off. Now I got to put my glasses and I got contacts on. Alright, now this one certainly is, and it's going to be very hard to see in the video. Maybe I can get to a point where I can see it. Alright, and it's just not going to show, maybe in the video, but right here, let's see, get a light on it. You can see right down in the bottom there's a thread, but on the 900, these threads on this shaft should be about equal to the top, not down in it. Okay, so you should see a thread or a thread and a half above this one. Alright, this one is obvious, and this is what the guy sent it to me for, to see if the spider nut is backed off. Alright, again, spider nuts on 900s and 1000s. Alright, and you can't just tighten this up, because probably what happened is this spider, we always, again, the spider and the nut probably backed off this shaft together. This shaft is threaded, so it probably backed off together. And so what we got to do now, and you wouldn't be able to do this unless you bought the tools, spider nut tool with heat, take the spider nut off, take the spider loose, clean it all up, Loctite it, and put it back down. Alright, so the parts is, we're going to do this, I think we'll do two videos, a cleaning and a parts one. Alright, so your cover, clutch cover, washer or limiter, spacer, any terminology like that, center shaft, spider, movable sheave. When I say push your movable sheave in to clean the spacer, and you can see in here all that dirt and black on this spacer. Alright, that can cause it to hang up when it's under power and not want to shift. You know, it'll be resistant, make you bang off the limiter. So this is what I'll tell you is, like I said, take the cover off, spring off, check spider nut. See where it's sitting. That determines that. And then push your movable sheave in where you can see the spacer, and then clean it off. And then I always say, check your rollers. You can do all this on the vehicle. Take your finger. Does that roller roll? This one, any flat spots? None. And again, alright, flick your finger in here. Do the weights move? Do they wobble? His does not wobble. They move freely. Okay? Easy. So his problem is his spider nuts backed off. Another thing you want to check is buttons. These are called buttons in here. They slide up inside the towers. And you want to be checking for any side-to-side movement. There is a spec, but you can do a visual. I mean, it should be quite obvious if it's wore out. This one seems fine. He'll get a basic cleaning. I think we're going to put our heavy-duty bearing in it and then retighten everything back up. So that's parts of an XP 900.